Sometime between the years 620 560 BC, there came to the court of King Croesus a freedman known as Aesop. Years before, while he was still a slave, he had become well known as a storyteller. It would be a mistake to look at Aesop as just a teller of tales or a jester. While he certainly amused his listeners, his main purpose was to instruct.
King Croesus may very well have learned more truths from Aesop's fables than from the philosophers and wise men of his court. Aesop was admired by many for his shrewd intelligence and wit, but his last he cost him his life when he incurred the displeasure of the Delphians, and yet his fame lived on beyond his time. His statue is erect in Athens in front of the statue of the seven sages.
Aesop never wrote down any of his fables. They were passed on by oral traditions for centuries. The first recorded accounts of the tales that bore his name were not made until nearly 300 years after his death. For generations, it was expected that an Athenian gentleman would be able to retell Aesop's fables.
Did Aesop invent the fable? No, he merely used the form of a beast tale which compared human motives and acts with the ways of the wily fox, timid deer, noble lion, and others, and endowed them with human passions and speech. The fable in those early times was not a child's plaything. It was a primer for the nation.
Despite their wear and tear, of 25 centuries, the spirit of Aesop's fables is still intact, and here we are depicting them for you as puppeteers. We invite you to decode the messages hidden in these beastly tales by Aesop. Once upon a time, a lion lay asleep in the forest, his great head resting upon his paws. Near him buzzed a tiny gnat. When the gnat buzzed into the lion, and recognizing his pomp, he soon began to boast of his own strength.
Oh, it's only you. You think yourself very mighty, lion, but I am not at all afraid of you. You are no stronger than I am.
Only me? Why, you are nothing but a buzzing insect. I am the king of the beasts. With all of my power, I could crush you with a single paw.
If you think that, then let us fight at once, and you shall see who is the stronger.
And so the gnat flew straight at the lion and stung him sharply on the nose. And then again on the ears.
Sting, sting.
And again wherever the lion's thick mane could not protect him.
Sting, 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 sting.
Enough! Away with you!
But in his rage, the lion struck only himself. He tore his own skin with his claws, while the gnat danced safely beyond his reach.
I am beaten. Go, you wretched little creature. I yield.
See now, the lion, the strongest of all beasts, has been conquered by the power of a gnat. Ha 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 ha.
Proud of his victory, the gnat flew away, buzzing loudly of his triumph. But in his pride, he flew straight into a spider's web.
Alas, I who defeated the lion am caught by a spider.
The gnat tried to fly away, but he was stuck.
You can't harm me. I'm the new king of beasts.
We will see about that. And the spider ate the gnat for her supper. It was an evil day for the mouse when she made the acquaintance of a frog on the eve of a journey into the country. Protesting to his great affection, the frog persuaded the mouse to allow him to go along.
Good day to you, mouse. The air is warm and my heart is light. Shall we spend a day together?
Indeed, frog, I will welcome your company.
Let us go to yonder stream. There the water runs clear and sweet.
The mouse hesitated, for well land was her home. Water was not her friend.
Yet I am no swimmer, friend frog. How shall I cross the stream without sinking to the depths?
Follow me, friend mouse, and have no fear. I have this harness to protect you. It's a bit awkward, but remember that I'll be right by your side as we swim across.
Your words are kind and wise. Let us bind ourselves as friends united.
And so the trusting mouse tied herself to the frog. But scarcely had they reached midstream, however, when the frog took a sudden plunge to the bottom, dragging the unfortunate mouse after him.
Frog, the water rises. Squeak, squeak. I fear I am drowning. Squeak, gugga, squeak.
Mahahaha, hold fast, little mouse. The depths, I'll teach you courage.
Before long, a shadow fell over them. The struggling and thrashing of the mouse caused such a great commotion in the water that it attracted the attention of a hawk sailing in the sky overhead.
Squeak, squeak. Help, frog. The hawk takes me.
But the frog was tied to the mouse, and so they were both carried aloft.
Ribbit! At last we are bound together, and my folly brings us both to ruin.
And thus the frog and the mouse met their end, for greed and deceit often snares those who wield them.
One day, a wolf saw a goat browsing near the edge of a high cliff.
How glorious it is to be a nimble goat, able to climb high rocks and crags with ease. My dear friend, aren't you afraid you will get dizzy and fall and injure yourself? I am quite able to traverse rocks quite easily.
The goat went on feeding.
I say, isn't it terribly windy up there, so high, with no shelter from the gales and gusts? The air is crisp and clear up here.
The goat went on feeding. The goat went on sucking the grass with his muzzle.
Besides, I am sure that you will find the grass far sweeter and exceedingly more abundant down here in the lowlands. Are you quite sure, friend Wolf, that is my dinner you're so solicitous about and not your own?
The wolf was dismissed by the discerning goat.
A shepherd boy tended his master's sheep near a dark forest not far from the village. It was indeed a lonely spot at the edge of the village. He found his life in the pastures very dull, with no companions with whom to pass the long hours of the day. All he could do to amuse himself was talk to his sheep.
Hi, sheep.
Or play on a shepherd's pipe. Then he had an idea.
Wouldn't it be great fun to hoax the villagers by pretending that a wolf was attacking the sheep? Oh my, I can picture that excitement.
Wolf, wolf, the wolf is chasing the sheep. A wolf? Oh my, I must help the boy in his flock.
The villager hurried to the boy's aid with a club, only to find no wolf.
Where is the wolf? I'm here to help. There's no wolf? Boy, why did you deceive me?
The villager, frustrated, returned to his duties, warning the boy about the seriousness of his actions.
Ha, he fell for it. This is fun.
Days passed in the mischievous boy, finding the villager's reaction amusing, played the same trick again.
Wolf, wolf, the wolf is back. I'll go, but I'm not sure I trust this.
Again, the villager ran to help him, only to be laughed at again.
This is enough. You cannot keep deceiving me. Oh, but you should see the look on your face. It's only a joke.
Then one evening, as the sun was setting behind the forest and shadows were creeping out over the pastures, A wolf crept from the underbrush and fell upon the sheep.
Aha! What a delicious feast set before me tonight. Get out of my way, little shepherd boy.
Wolf, wolf, a werewolf this time. This is not a hoax. Help, help!
The villagers, supposing him to be up to his old tricks, paid no heed to his cries.
No way am I going up that hill. I'm getting tricked and laughed at. Not this time. Nuh-uh. Absolutely not. Where is your help? I see no one has come to help you. Then what good fortune for me?
Oh, please, believe me. Won't anyone believe me? It's a real living wolf.
Oh, so many sheep. Where do I begin? This one looks delicious. I'll start with this one. Chomp, 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 chomp. Now I'll have that sheep there. Chomp, 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 chomp. And that sheep there. Chomp, 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 chomp. A whole feast with this flock before me.
A frog emerging from the mud of the swamp announced to all the animal world that he could cure every manner of disease.
Step right up, everyone. I am the great physician frog. If you're sick or have any trouble, I can heal you.
The animals in the forest gathered around, curious about the frog's claims.
Oh, great provision, frog. My ears have been aching. Can you help me?
Of course I can. I know all about ears.
But as the frog hopped closer, the mouse noticed something odd.
Wait a minute. Your ears? You don't even have ears. How can you fix mine?
Well, you know.
Oh, great physician frog. My skin is feeling itchy.
Naturally, I am an expert in beautiful, smooth, flawless skin.
Wait a minute. You know about beautiful skin, but look at yours, all blotched and wrinkled.
The animals began to grow skeptical of the frog's boastings.
But just wait a minute, I assure you.
My eyes are feeling swollen, Dr. Frog.
Indeed, eyes are my area of specialty. Everyone who comes to me walks away with a perfect eyesight. Let me just find my spectacles so I can inspect you properly.
Wait a minute. You have glasses? And look, your own eyes are bulging, yellow and thin. Even I can see that clearly.
The frog puffed himself up trying to look important, but alas he threw in his head and hopped away in the direction of the bog, whence he had come when the animals laughed at him to scorn.
There once was a lion who was hungry. Hunting had not been too good during the past week. He was sitting by the roadside, feeling sorry for himself, when a handsome horse came trotting by.
Hail, noble steed, I see in you strength and vigor. Would you lend me some of your swiftness for a simple task?
Greetings, mighty lion. I am at your service, for my speed knows no equal. But I must keep going with my present task. I am sorry I cannot stop to help.
The lion's mouth watered as he thought what a wonderful dinner that horse would make if only he could catch her.
Oh, I simply cannot get that horse off my mind. What a terrific dinner she would make. I wonder how I could catch her. I shall give it some thought.
So the lion devised a plan. He let it be known that he had become a wonderful doctor who could heal any animal's complaint.
I hear this lion has devised a tall tale. He thinks he's a doctor. I am curious how he would help me if I came to him pretending I have a thorn in my hoof.
So the horse made her way to the lion's den seeking help for the pretend thorn.
Welcome, welcome, horse. I'm so glad that you can come and visit me. I will surely help you. Would you raise one of your feet so I can examine it?
Solicitously, on his best bedside manner, the lion bends his head as though to examine the horse's ailing hoof.
Now's my chance.
Here's my chance.
The horse let go with her hoof. There was a sickening thud as her hoof met the lion's nose, and the last thing the lion remembered was the whinny of laughter as the horse galloped away toward the forest.
Nay, nay, and you thought I would be your dinner.
A merchant once loaded his donkey with sacks of salt and led her to the seashore to buy salt.
Steady now, donkey, this load is heavy, but we shall soon be across the stream.
As they crossed the stream, the donkey stumbled and fell by accident into the water.
Why my load is lighter than before?
The salt dissolved in the water and the donkey rose up feeling much relief.
Come along, now you seem better for the fall.
The next day, the merchant again loaded the donkey with salt, and again they came to the stream.
If a fall in the water lightens my burden, I shall fall on purpose.
And so, when she reached the stream, the donkey deliberately lay down in the water.
Up with the lazy beast.
But when the donkey rose, the load was lighter, and the donkey went on gladly. Another day, the merchant loaded up the donkey again. However, seeing what had happened before, the merchant resolved to cure the donkey of her tricks.
This time we'll carry sponges instead of salt.
When they came to the stream, the donkey, thinking to lighten her load as before, lay down in the water.
Now I shall rise with ease. Oh, this load is heavier than ever.
The sponges had soaked up the water and were much heavier.
Now you see, donkey, that tricks often bring their own punishment.
What a joy it is to be able to share this beautiful story, these stories with all of you. Thank you so much for coming and just celebrating the wonderful work of first grade together. From creating and designing their puppets and props, to learning and reading their scripts, to moving with the puppets while reading the scripts and following cues, and just bringing delightful expressions to life, bringing their characters to life. They really have worked so hard. So let's give them another hand. Come on back, first graders. You can come on back. Well, we have so much gratitude for all of the support that surrounded the first graders in this beautiful process. We just want to thank all of you parents who helped co-create, Mrs. Miller, who helped bring the puppets to life, and Mrs. Aftedal, who's backstage making everything work with us, Mrs. Johnson for putting the tech things together, and our wonderful musicians. Thank you so much. And Mrs. Carlson, who's always ready to help in just such a beautiful and gracious way. In a few moments, we're going to invite all of you to come and take pictures with the first graders here. We just ask that after you're finished, that you can help them come backstage and put their puppets in the stand. And then we have a lovely reception that's ready for you to enjoy in the back. First grade, give your attention here. So just remember, we're in school, and so just be very mature with your behavior, and this is a time to enjoy with your families and celebrate. I will come and give a call about 3:05 if anyone's coming to carpool. Otherwise, you're welcome to stay here and keep your first graders, and then after the carpool has gone through, then you can also go to your cars. So thank you, everyone.
Nick is going to take a picture of it. You're going to get your puppet? Oh, there's Mom. They have to leave. Ginny, can you stay here? We're going to take a picture of you. Johan already took off with my mom.